Okay, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Matt with Green Bar Trading. And in this video, I'm going to break down a momentum scalp trade that I just took on NVIV. It was at the top of the gap scanner. The float was really, really good on it. And this had continuation from yesterday. So these are all things that I look at. And then once you get the stock, and you know what's in play, because that's the most important part, then you just get your entries and your exits, dialed in. But you want to be trading where everybody else is going to be trading. Now, it is only 7:34, so this provides a bit of a problem because when I'm trading, before a lot of traders are up. Now you see NVIV. It has 1.2 million shares of volume, which is not really that much. You can see other stocks here that have more volume. So, this stock, the float was so low that it just looked so attractive to me, even though there's no real news on this. I don't usually like to trade that, but keeping in mind the time that I'm trading this, it usually has a window before other traders start to wake up. Now, as we hit 7:35, this thing might start to run out of gas before it comes back down and maybe tests VWAP or the breakout spot. Definitely possible. So, when I'm trading in this tight window, I'm looking to take this type of trade. Now, I only did this on 200 shares. If you watch my videos in the past, it's 500, 1,000. So I was able to build a little bit of a position before getting that breakout. Now, this it was trading at the time with really wide spreads. So it was kind of tough to really time the perfect entries. But anyway, so I want to show you exactly what I do. Now, this is the 1 minute, the 5 minute. I'm going to show you the daily chart. But before I do, we want to check on that float. Now, if we go up here and hover over shares, which it usually pops up, maybe it's because I'm clicked on it. But if we look at the shares here, it's 1.3 million. There you go. 1.3, 1.4 million shares is what TD has as their float. So let's check Float Checker, which is a great site. Right here, NVIV, you just type it in, and that is, pretty accurate, right? So that is an incredible opportunity. When you have this low of a float and you have a stock at the top of the gap scan, they could make really, really big moves because the supply is so little and you have everybody trading it that it can really, the demand can make that go up. And that's what we love to see. So the float is what got me into this, and the fact that it was at the top of the gap scan. That's the reason why. So what do I do? Then we go over our Discord. So I alerted yesterday at 4:30 on this stock. The stock was moving, like I said, continuation. So today also alerted. This is really good. It provides our community with, maybe something they're not seeing at the time, so they can go in and look and do their due diligence. So what do we do on our preview? This is a continuation play from yesterday. It's right here. It was up 83% yesterday during the session, and then continued into the after hours, which is really what I like to see on a stock like this. So if we look back, you have yesterday, came back. This is where we alerted in our Discord and had this huge, rally back up in the after hours. So it started yesterday afternoon, continued into after hours, and that's where we get this first line here in the sand. This is where we want to see price break. So This was yesterday's after hours where it hit the top here. So you can see that's where it sold off. That's where we're going to want to get back to and break out of. All right, so that's what happened here. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Actually, first I want to show you guys the daily chart. You always want to be aware of where this 200 EMA is. So, you know, a lot of times this will act as resistance. You can see in the past, but we gapped up over that and we're well over the 200. So that's a good thing. All right, so going back to this is where I take my trades off of the 1 minute, making this bigger. We can dial this in and see what I was looking at. So right here where it broke the after hours, you know, high from earlier, I liked that. So this is when I got involved. Unfortunately, it pulled on back. Like I said, this is a 1 minute, 2 minutes, came back down. But this is where, you know, being over the 9 EMA, knowing where your 9 EMA is, this acts as support for a momentum stock that's going up. Now, with a wide spread and only being down $24, this was a very nice place to build a little bit more into a trade so that I'm making a little bit more on the breakout. This is what I was playing for on that breakout. So I added here after that 5 minute candle closed at 7:10, the candle going back to 7:10, it closed green. So I wanted to make sure that this was going to close green on high volume. It did, added to my position. We broke out a very nice move. Now it got super extended, as you can see here, and then broke under the 9. This is what I was talking about. This has definitely a lot of potential here to come back down, you know, before it gets bid by new traders. Like I said, waking up at 7:41, super early. You can see it's just the volume started to decline a little bit, and you know, we'll see what happens. But this was a very nice move. Love to see this, you know, pop up and continue, especially after alerting our community. You like that continuation. So we're playing for the breakout of this. Got it. It came back down, and look at that, retested that really just about to the penny. This would have been a very nice spot to go long as well. But there you go. So that was it. Very small trade. Like I said, 200 shares, but it's more the process that I'm trying to get across in these videos and what momentum traders look at and what they try to get out of a trade. This would have been really good building a position for the breakout, you know, on bigger share size, but it is what it is. Everybody trades their own way, puts their own risk, knows their own risk before taking a trade. Just jumping in with 2,000 shares. Some people will do that, but this was chopping around a little bit before the breakout. So that's why I averaged in here, still over the 9. The 5 minute candle closed green. Everything was looking good. You know, had a very nice, you know, look to it. You know, usually, like I said, these will go to like 7:20, 7:30, and then start to roll over, you know, as those traders realize, okay, let's let this thing breathe. You know, like when I came on here, this is what I said was definitely a high probability to happen. You know, before something else either pops up or more traders get involved, they want to wait until it gets some selling before the next leg up. And you can see on the gap scan here, there's really nothing here. This is the obvious one, but you know, the volume's still pretty low on this. So we'll see what happens. This has a ton of potential. The only thing is it doesn't have news that I can see. It might have news. It might have news when this comes out, this video, but as of right now, there's nothing I can really find on it. So that is a little bit unnerving, but we take advantage of what we see in front of us. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the thumbs up, and I will see you back on the next one. Take care.